Do I hate the United States? No, not at all. I don't hate the United States. But the United States that I grew up in is gone. The United States that I loved, that I devoted my career to, that I was a patriot of patriots, is gone. And I'm not talking about politics or changes in the presidency. I worked under different administrations through the pendulum of changes that go back and forth. And that's not what I'm referring to. What I'm referring to is societal changes, cultural changes. And for that reason, it's gone. It's gone. My friends, my past colleagues that I worked with, they're not gone. They're still there. And they're good people. They're wholesome people. They're patriotic people. Smart, devoted people. Family-oriented people. God-fearing people. American patriots. And to illustrate the point that I'm making, up until about a decade ago, everything that I just said, or many of the words that I just said, would have been a bunch of compliments. But today in America, if you say someone is God-fearing, family-oriented, an American patriot, those are taboo words, if not even insults. Those are words that will get you canceled. So it's a complete 180 in values and beliefs. And I have a genuine concern for and sympathy for those people. Because as a Jew, I have where to go. I could go to Israel. And it's true, there are Western influences here, but it's in a real minority. In the United States, if you want to raise kids with limited access to Hollywood, to television, to phones, to all these things that some people know are very corruptive influences, you have nowhere to go. Here you could find communities there. What are you going to become, Amish? That's really the only place you could go. Now, as you know, my entire reason for having started to do online talks, to give lectures, and to create a presence and a voice is to warn Israelis about the threats of the United States. So you ask, is the United States Israel's enemy? No, it's not an enemy. But we are not compatible as we once were. And the United States imposing its will on Israel is not only the fault of the United States. If Israel puts out its hands to be handcuffed and the United States obliges, whose fault is that? Many Israelis, many in the leadership, they believe that they have to remain subservient to the United States. And they don't have the courage to break from that. And part of that is that they don't realize what the United States has become and changed into. And they're ignorant of that. That's part of my what I've considered my mission, to inform people of this. And because Israel allows that, the United States seeps into policy-making decisions, internal decisions, judicial reform, the selection of ministers, policing, protests, on and on. Because Israel responds as a puppet and lets the United States do all of these things. Now, the Judeo-Christian, whatever that means, culture of the United States is long gone. And it's replaced by a humanist, secular nation, which is incompatible with Israel. Israel is a religious country, and its existence hinges on religion. And the notion that different nations, Jews, Arabs, and others, have a different path, have different ideas, are separate, are different, is abhorrent to humanism. And the United States is simply pushing Israel in the direction of its own beliefs, of these ideas of equity, and is pushing it appropriately in these directions. Now, will the United States undertake certain means that are sleazy and sneaky by way of underhanded moves in the United Nations, claiming to be a best friend, claiming to have a special relationship, and then backwardly abstaining at the UN. Sure, they do. But many of their actions are simply because we put up with it. So I still love the United States that I knew, but I know it's gone. And it's not coming back. And even if Trump wins, with demographics, with societal changes, social changes, cultural changes, Hollywood, universities, corporate America, it's not coming back. What the future of the United States already has been cemented years ago, and the next generations have gone down that path. And the United States, the future United States, the current United States, does not love Israel. And they say, the people say, we don't love Israel. Young Americans say, we don't love Israel. And the problem is that the Israelis don't understand that Americans don't love Israel.